Okay. Give it another 5 or 6 years, I'll be able to play that. Right, okay, knocking on heaven's door. Today is Sunday, dimanche. Those of you that like this sort of thing might possibly think that actually Sunday morning is a time for knocking on heaven's door. There's a concept not shared by everybody, but certainly by a large number of people, that the space between the nave of a church and the altar of a church is the place where earth meets heaven, and people receive the sacraments from the hands of a priest. That's a bit of a tenuous sort of link to the fact that today is Sunday. Here in this part of France, in this town, there's various instructions that you don't go and make lots of noise. You don't run lawnmowers. Not really the done thing to be breaking concrete with a pneumatic drill and those sorts of things. Doesn't mean that you can't get on and do things, and I've changed. I didn't go to knock on heaven's door dressed like this morning. You know, it was sort of collar and tie stuff. So I'm going to do stuff. What we're going to do first is we're going to go and have a quick walk round the bomb site, the work site. It's not a bomb site, it's a work site. Just to see where we're at with one or two things, and then we'll look at some of the things I need to be doing next. It does look a little bit like a bomb site. This is the former pigsty, or at least 2/3 of the former pigsty. They're my work access platforms, very useful for walking about when you've got no floorboards. That's my very, very safe ladder for, yeah, it's actually quite useful, that, so I'm not going to take too much of the mickey. We've been lifting beams. Yeah, it's a slow job, but as you can see, we've got more to take out. And this wall is now mainly a hole. It's not completely gone yet, you know, there's still some there, and that was quite amazing, that wall. It rocked, it moved about, it wasn't bearing any weight at all. But when I tried to take it down, oh boy, that was a different story entirely. Crowbars and cold chisels and all sorts of things. That took an awful lot of pushing over. When I leant against it, it worried me because it wobbled. When I tried to knock it down, it worried me because it just wouldn't go. But a bit of old-fashioned brute force and ignorance dealt with that as far as it's gone. I'm going to be lugging these stones shortly and clearing some space. I'm not going to move them too far because some of them I will need. I've already earmarked some of them for some further work. So that's sort of a bit of the progress. Now, the next bit of the progress will be doing things there. Now therein lies a problem, because that floor has got to come out. Floor. From this side it's a ceiling. When you're standing on it, it's a floor. And I do stand on that every night because that's the floor of my bedroom, which is going to cause me a little problem, because I dare say I could sort of put the bed on timbers across floorboards, but it would make getting up in the morning somewhat interesting. So I need to move stuff around and reorganise my living space. That beam is quite quite interesting, isn't it? That sort of looks like someone at some stage in the life of this building found the floor a little bit too bouncy and sort of knocked a hole in that wall there, stuffed a beam through it, stuck a prop underneath it. Yeah, that's coming out in time. It's all got to come out, as has that wall. Shall we go and see what's the other side of that wall? Well, that's what's the other side of that wall. I'm a little bit unsure about it, whether it is load bearing or not. It seems to have one of the floor joists, floor beams, sitting on the top of it. And it's nice and solid and it doesn't rock. So I'm a little bit in two minds about knocking that out just at the moment. But, you know, let's face it, I've got plenty else to be getting on with. And the beam that I showed you, well, if nothing else, it's quite a good long beam, isn't it? Behind that wall is my existing toilet and shower. Beneath this nice smooth bit of concrete is the drain. That's a good thing to know where that is. You know, it's going to feature in part of the rebuild. But let's go and look at some of the things that I've got to move about. Okay, well, I've got to shift all of that lot, and you're going to think that's not going to take very long, is it? Not much there to shift. Oh, hang on. Oh, knees. Well, we've got to shift a Spitfire. That's going to take a little while. And oh, what? Yeah, okay. And this is a book I'm supposed to be reading. It's actually quite a good book, and I have been reading it. But let's see what else we got here. Oh, okay. And yeah, okay. Oh, I might have to stop and examine some of this stuff. Oh, look. Yeah. Shall I move it or shall I play with it? Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Don't know what's in that box. It's always a bit of a worry when you don't know what's in a box. It could be something horribly embarrassing. No, it isn't. No, 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 no. Yeah, some good things in there. I know where this is going. This has all got to go up the stairs in the barn. I know some of you will think that's sort of some sort of heresy, but I think that's quite pretty. Oh, what's that? A pair of diesels. A class 47 and a class 31. And for good measure, a little newspaper kiosk, a little lineman's hut. Okay, okay. Concentrate here, Harry. Sound so clever, does it? Sort of rattly. Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what some of those are. They're Trix, not Hornby. It's a sort of journey of discovery, really, isn't it? Moving things. Right, oh, this one's heavy. Because that's not my brother. Look at that, a box of 78s. And in there, me record player. Yeah. Well, no time like the present. And a French officer kissing another French officer. They do a lot of that here. Right, I'm going to get stuck in and move some of this stuff so that I can start thinking about lifting floors. Oh dear, this could take a little while moving those boxes all the way from my bedroom to upstairs in the barn, couldn't it? Because, you know, I've got to take them all out and make sure they're all right, haven't I? You know, that's got to be a legal requirement, I think.